Allan Aguirre. I've got my beautiful little granddaughter over here watching outside of the frame. And anyway, Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning for Tuesday. I believe it's January 30th. Yes. Hey, we are in our series called Chameleon, Corinthian, Caricature, based on, that's what we're calling this study on Corinthians. We are in chapter 14. Very incriminating. It's about prophecy and tongues, stuff Christians don't do, stuff Christians aren't taught to do, stuff Christians were told were done away with by God. Yeah. If that's the case, you might as well throw your Bible out because then it's irrelevant. Verse 5, starting with verse 5, prophecy and tongues. Now I want you all to speak in tongues. Oops. But even more to prophesy. Cross-reference Numbers 11:29, which we will unpack more on Friday. The one who prophesies is greater than the one who speaks in tongues, unless someone interprets. And he's talking about interpreting tongues. So apparently it looks like tongues, prophecy, interpretation of tongues. So, which is a very rare but very unique gift. I only know like one person that can on occasion. I don't know if they can do it all the time, but yeah, very interesting. So that, and why is this? Why is there speaking in tongues and prophecy and interpretation of tongues? So that the church may be built up. Verse 6. Now, brothers, if I come to you speaking in tongues, how will I benefit you unless I bring you some revelation or knowledge or prophecy or teaching? This is literally used to discredit speaking in tongues because it's a lot easier to just do the low common denominator loser thing than to actually work out and figure things out. And that's just rampant regarding so much in Christendom. Verse 7, if even lifeless instruments such as the flute or the harp do not give distinct notes, how will anyone know what is played? And if the bugle gives an indistinct sound, who will get ready for battle? All right, verse 9. So, with yourselves, if with your tongue you utter speech that is not intelligible, how will anyone know what is said? For you will be speaking into the air. This is also used, again, based on confusion, that speaking in tongues is solely a language, an existing language that you may not know how to speak, like Japanese. Remember we used that example? Yeah, this is used for that too. There are doubtless many different languages in the world, and none is without meaning. But if I do not know the meaning of the language, I will be a foreigner to the speaker, and the speaker a foreigner to me.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.